I knew this was coming. There were warnings.
On Monday, it was revealed that China devalued their yuan currency, a record 1.9%, bolstering their export industry, which had been faltering recently, in part due to their currency's strength. Exports fell 8.3% year over year in July, though only down 0.9% in yuan terms. The last time Chinese exports were down this consecutively was during the 2008 crash. The yuan fell in trading the most in a day since 1994 after the news, though the People's Bank of China called this a one-time adjustment. On Wednesday morning in China, the PBOC devalued it again by 1.6%. The currency continued to plunge. Thursday, we learned the country's central bank had pushed their currency lower for an unprecedented 3 days in a row at 4.4%. The IMF welcomed China's devaluation, as it said it is moving toward letting free market forces determine the currency's value. Rather than watch their wealth get frittered away, middle and upper class Chinese will probably throw their currency into housing and other asset trophies into the US, Canada, Australian, and New Zealand markets. It's just a matter of time before we see the Federal Reserve respond overtly or covertly to start more QE programs or declare a new depression as a reason to keep interest rates at zero or even turn them negative, as Andy Hoffman is anticipating. John Kerry, our Secretary of State, has actually come out and said that the US dollar could cease to be the world reserve currency.
That is a recipe very quickly, my friends, business people here, for the American dollar to cease to be the reserve currency of the world, which is already bubbling out there.
Finally, it seems after China's official gold holdings update in June, which increased their holdings about 60% to 1,658 tons, they've updated their holdings in July already by 1.5%. As TF Metals reports, the Bank of China will update monthly on holdings. Perhaps we'll see this steadily increase month to month, which could lead to the IMF's inclusion of the yuan in the SDR basket, which seems to have been delayed 9 months now until September 2016. The U.S. markets have been showing obvious signs of weakness over the last year and has been especially evident over the last few weeks. After a strong showing, up 240 points on Monday, the Dow lost nearly all gains Tuesday. Wednesday, we saw bizarre behavior again, with the close being only a third of a point off of Tuesday's close. That's crazy. Furthermore, Tuesday's levels were just 0.6% away from the new 2015 low. Business news sites are also calling this the death cross in the charts, as the 50-day moving average moves below the 200-day moving average for the first time since December 2011. Thursday, the Dow closed just over 5 points up. The S&P 500 closed slightly down. The dollar index has lost 1.5% week over week and is down month over month as well, at an 8-week low of 96.32. We should all remember the NYSE shut down weeks ago, as well as American websites hacked. Wednesday, an explosion rocked a large Chinese port city, killing at least 50 people. This came after China's currency devaluation. Have the financial system attacks between the East and the West now turned into actual warfare? Or was this just an accident? Tianjin, the victimized city, is China's third largest, with an urban population of 11 million. Gold and silver recently have finally recovered. Gold up over 2% to 1,115, and silver up over 4% to 1,540. Palladium gained over 2% to $615 per ounce, but still way down for the month and the past year, just like platinum, which reached $990, up over 3%. Oil has not moved too much since our last report. WTI price is down 57 cents a barrel, while Brent is actually up nearly $1. News is saying, however, that WTI actually broke under $42, just a little over a new 6-year low. SRS Rocco is reporting that another 1 million ounces has been pulled from the COMEX. We can confidently say now that a silver shortage is likely within the next 2 to 5 years. The price of copper is down over 11% month over month and 28% year over year. Another point on the map showing the world economy is in a severe depression. Perhaps the currency devaluations are meant to prop up commodities from their death spiral. Bringing a new meaning to earlier discussed currency wars, the EFF, Electronic Frontier Foundation, has put out an article explaining how California's newly proposed Bitcoin license law would stifle innovation. We should support this effort and not let California be the next New York that strangles digital currency innovation while it is just an infant. After significant research into the student loan bubble, we released a sequel to last year's documentary. Click here now to watch The College Bubble 2.0, one of ours and Future Money Trend's most professional videos to date. College attendance fell over 2% last year alone, almost as much as the government increased Pell Grant funding due to rising tuition rates. Student debt has now reached an incredible $1.4 trillion, up well over 1% year over year.
Now there's over $1.3 trillion in student debt in the United States. Over 40 million Americans have a college loan debt. The average balance is nearly $30,000. What's even more scary about the student loan bubble is about a third of the graduates with loan debt are already missing payments. This makes $450 billion of loans in delinquency, and this is only rising as prices continue to skyrocket.